we've hit stage 4 of the purchase contract. And basically during this stage, it's a lot of sitting and waiting. So, right, the first 10 days are very busy with the home inspection, making sure you're going through the buyer advisory to check all the resources you need to, doing your due diligence on the location and the property itself. We are talking to the lender to be sure that he or she has all the documents they need in order to move forward with the process. You're opening escrow. There's a lot of things happening within the first 10 days. After that, it tends to slow down a little bit. You're mostly working with the lender. The seller is working on any inspection items you may have needed done. So for days like 14 through 25, it's mostly focused on the lender and what they need. Now remember, during this time too, you're not opening any new credit lines, you're holding your deposit to the side so you have enough money for your down payment and your closing costs. You're making sure that you are, even some of these companies like, oh, delayed financing for furniture and all that stuff. Don't do any of those things. Don't open any new lines of credit, anything where your credit gets run, except you are allowed to do your utilities. Those are soft hits and everyone's expecting that, so that's okay. So utilities fine, everything else not fine. Until we get to the last few days of the contract where we're getting ready to close. And when we do our final walkthrough, ideally we're doing that 3 days prior to close of escrow, seeing if everything that has been requested in the inspection report has been done, and seeing if the house is in substantially the same condition as when you first looked at it. So those are the two main goals of our final walkthrough. If you're wanting to measure things, I get a lot of people who after inspection, they say, oh, could I go measure a room? Per the contract, we're really only allowed in the house during the inspection periods. So make sure that if there's rooms or anything you want to measure for, we take those measurements when we're there for the inspection. Afterwards, it could be hard to get in, and it's sometimes uncomfortable to ask the seller because they may be in the process of moving, they're trying to get stuff done. So it's best if we do those things during the inspection period. So the closing comes, we've done the final walkthrough, all is great. Now closing happens on the date we requested, right? So this is a hard and fast date. If May 24th was the day we chose for close of escrow, May 24th is the day it's going to happen. We just don't know always what time it's going to happen. Depends on your lender, when they send funds. If you're a cash buyer, does everybody have anything? Once all the funds are received from either yourself, the lender, combination of both, or just yourself, then we can send out, or the title company sends out for recording with the county. Once it records with the county, that is the last and final step where I can officially hand over the keys to you and get you all the information on the house. And typically then when you get in there, we'll look for garage door openers, extra keys. Now, the contract does state it's if the seller has those things. They may not have those things. And sometimes we don't know that till the last minute. So unfortunately, that sometimes can be a challenge, but no worries. It's easy to get garage door openers, universal ones, so they're not difficult. Hopefully by this point, you are excited and ready for your new home and you have everything you need. We've got you through this whole entire process and we are very excited about what happens next.